First, though, we do want to focus on major breaking news that you'll only see here. Target 8 is breaking the baby Kate disappearance case wide open. Our Target 8 investigators are the only ones with a letter allegedly written by the baby's father, Sean Phillips. It was postmarked just weeks ago as he sat in prison. For the first time, the letter explains how Sean believes baby Kate died, what he did with her body, and gives a possible explanation as to why he and Ariel Cortland are now engaged. Baby Kate went missing in June of 2011. Sean Phillips arrested that same day. He went to trial on unlawful imprisonment charges this spring, and after 2 weeks of trial, a jury found him guilty. As of now, he is serving 10 to 15 years in an Ionia prison. Tonight, Target 8 investigator Leon Hendricks is the only reporter with this letter allegedly written by Phillips, and Leon joins us from the live desk.
Brian, good evening. A source gave us the letter. We've confirmed that many people do believe that the letter was written by Sean Phillips himself. For the first time, an admission that baby Kate is dead. But Phillips says it was an accident. On jail-issued line paper in an envelope postmarked July 16th of this year, the tale believed to be scrawled by the man at the middle of it all, baby Kate's father, her convicted captor, her suspected killer. Small print written edge to edge, no greeting line starts, "If this is what you want, okay." And then a 5-page explanation of what happened the day baby Kate Phillips went missing. A tale of several missteps, it says, starting when Phillips drove off with the baby. He says he had no idea Cortland had left the car seat in the car. Heard the door shut, the letter said. Saw you walk off, your hands in front of you, not at your sides, like you were holding Kate. I drove away. Then the phone started ringing over and over again as he drove, the note says. Phillips couldn't silence the phone, couldn't reach it, and was frustrated, saying he thought Cortland was trying to control him by leaving the car seat in the car, so he would have to bring it back to her. Says he had no idea baby Kate was still in that seat, but planned to ditch the car seat in frustration. Was just going to throw it out onto that area between Burger King, the letter said. I pulled, but it was jammed between the seats. That just made it worse. I grabbed it at the top and ripped it out as hard as I could. She was thrown from it. I didn't know. I'm so sorry. Held her for a long time. Seemed like forever. Maybe an hour, maybe a minute. I've never cried that hard. Seemed like my throat was closing. I was in shock. I never even tried to help her, the letter went on to say. Never even thought to. Just sat there, holding her. I don't think anything could have been done. Still, I used to hate myself for not trying. Then he drove and drove and drove, the letter says. Doesn't know where, it says, before coming to the place where she was left. For the first time I could think some. Thought about Kate, the letter said. Her smile, the way she looks around, everything. I cried until I somehow couldn't anymore. She was set in a peaceful place. I was walking and lost. For the first time, I realized I had left her. I wanted to die. Later in the letter he writes, it wasn't dumping a body, wasn't like that at all. I wanted her buried too. I don't know where she was left. No, it's not some effing swamp or lake. An apparent allusion there to evidence presented at trial regarding the plant life on Phillips' shoes. After Phillips got home, he learned the police were involved. Shortly thereafter, he was in custody. Everything just happened, and I never had a chance to do the right thing. Later in the letter, a mention of marriage. As we know, there's now one officially in the works. Things spouses tell each other in confidence can't be made to testify. But we aren't married yet in the eye of the government, the letter said. That note ended abruptly. Out of time for mail. Destroy this, it says. We'll talk. Now, police do tell us that they know about the letter. They decline to comment further as they continue their homicide investigation. They are, of course, able to take time with this, piecing together evidence, because Sean Phillips will be in prison for at least the next 10 years. Still, this letter leaves open a lot of questions, namely the one that we've all been asking for months. Where is baby Kate? Back to you.
Leon, thank you. Today at noon, we were the first to break news of Ariel Cortland's intentions to marry Sean Phillips. Marley Ginter joins us now in studio with how Ariel's family is reacting to this. Marley?
Well, Sue, Ariel Cortland filed paperwork to marry Sean Phillips yesterday. Cortland says the marriage is not an indication she's in love with Phillips, but part of her ongoing effort to get answers about what happened to her daughter. We spoke with Ariel's mother, who says she's in disbelief.
Very disturbing. Very sick to my stomach. It's disturbing. I wish it wasn't true. I just can't imagine even associating with a man that took my kid, let alone marrying him. I don't know. I don't really think there's any excuse for it.
Now, besides Kate, Sean and Ariel have another child together, 4-year-old Haley. The marriage has to be confirmed within 30 days for it to be legal. Sue?
Marley, thank you. Leon Hendricks has been in contact with Ariel Cortland throughout the day. We want to bring him back right now. Leon, Ariel didn't want to go on camera, but what is she telling you about all these new developments that you're finding out about?
Well, it's been a frustrating time for her. A lot of this stuff, you know, she wanted to sort of get out of the limelight after the trial was over, but because this investigation is still happening, there's still a lot of interest in this case. She didn't expect it to come out that she was planning to marry Sean Phillips, but now that it has, she did want to say that she believes she wants people to know that this was not because she's in love with him. She wants them to know that this was only an effort for her to get some more information about what happened to her daughter. She says she wants her surviving daughter to know that she did everything she possibly could. Even if we never get answers, she wants that girl to know that she did everything she possibly could to find out what happened to baby Kate. So today's development's very stressful. The news of the letter, she thought that no one saw the letter but her. Obviously, others are aware of it, including the police. They're confirming that tonight. Back to you.
Okay, Leon, thank you. We will, of course, continue to follow this. Our coverage continues at woodtv.com right now. You can read Sean Phillips' entire letter that we've been telling you about, read quotes from Leon's interview with Ariel Cortland, and also take a look at the timeline of this case.